G-Do. Yeah, but he's not a dog though. Yeah. No, he is a dog.
He's a dog.
Hey guys, welcome to LACED, a Dubai-based women's sneaker shows. I'm your co-host Nadine.
I'm Ratna.
And I'm Jess.
Okay, let's get to it. So first off, we're going to be showcasing what we've got on today. Jess, shall we start with you?
Today for my fit cam, I am wearing my new Fragment Air Jordan 3s. A Hiroshi Fujiwara. Fujiwara.
Wait. He's not Verma. He's not
He hasn't released something, at least I think so, in a while. I'm wearing some basketball shorts from Amongst You, a corset from Urban Outfitters, and a Jordan baseball top.
Amazing. So I'm wearing Che Cole Puma Dreamer. Huge shout out to Puma for this. I have the 100s Puma collaboration shorts on and the Puma 100s shirt on. Thank you, Puma. We love you.
Amazing. And then I've got the Parlay Adidas collaboration Ultra Boosts with the Adidas high socks, just a regular skirt, and I have a staple collaboration with Soul from their brand Early Retirement.
To look into themes that we loved seeing in the sneaker industry and even the streetwear industry in general. One of the big ones that's sort of becoming more and more important to us and also more challenging is sustainability. Mm-hmm. Being collectors and wanting to buy all the drops. Ma? No, it's cool. We could just hear you.
Are you recording?
Yeah, we are.
Well, since I am actually wearing the Parlay Adidas, I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about that. These shoes, Parlay for the Oceans, they are a company and they basically announced in 2015 that they were going to collaborate with Adidas, and what it does is basically they collect as much plastic from the oceans and reduce pollution that way, and then they actually were able to design the shoes with up to 11 plastic bottles in this one pair of shoe. So it's pretty remarkable what Adidas has been able to do in terms of sustainability for the sneaker industry. Just being mindful about the whole, getting into fast fashion these days as well. It can be very easy for people to get drawn into the hype of it all. So I think it is important for us to sort of bring people back to the core idea of collecting sneakers.
Puma actually has collaborated with First Mile. It's also a company that, just like Bali, it collects waste from the sea, from the ocean, plastic bottles and plastic bags and everything. They turn it into clothes and shoes.
Nice.
First Mile does that with Puma.
Okay, sick.
And Puma calls it forever better.
I think, when we're talking sustainability, as much as I appreciate, when brands like Puma and Adi and even Nike, kind of make these efforts, or Reebok, whatever it is, we have to kind of stop and pay tribute or kind of nod, tip our hats to the brands that have been doing this since since they started or since inception.
The OGs.
The OGs, so to speak, of sustainability for me. I think like Timberland has always been one of those brands. They do have like a new sustainable line called Nature Needs Heroes, which is sick. They've launched it, I think, 2 years ago now, or a year and a half ago now. And all of them, like majority of the shoes materials again are made from plastic bottles and kind of these reusable materials.
Yeah.
But prior to that, Timberland has always been a shoe where like even the original, the 6-inch or the boot, they last for like a good 8 to 10 years. Like you buy a pair of Tims and if you look after them, like they're not a fast consumption product, but obviously being like a huge staple in the streetwear scene, specifically in New York. Patagonia also is one of the brands that have been kind of very involved in sustainability so heavily. Their whole factory production system is basically now been rewired to reuse as much as possible. So it's not just a specific, for these brands, it's not just a specific product, but it's their whole identity. So we have to really kind of, acknowledge them in that space as well.
For sure.
But as well, talking about big brands sort of following the footsteps of Timberland and Patagonia and all that, we do have as well not only Adidas that I've mentioned, but Nike's also been doing their thing. That thing, what's it called? Nike is trash.
It's called Nike. This is trash. Nike is not trash, man. Nike, this is trash. Or the Move to Zero campaign.
and I believe that they tried to localize that over here as well. They had stuff going on in store.
Yes.
They had NG from 1 and 4, Lean, yes. Shout out to the girls who basically took the leftover material of football jerseys.
Yes, dead stock football jerseys, and they made it up into tote bags and face masks.
And some coronavirus masks.
In terms of the sneakers, they have the Nike Dunk This Is Trash shoe, which is made completely, it's completely recycled. So talking about sustainable sneakers, so for laced and unlaced, for this episode, I've thought, would you want to wear these sustainable shoes?
What you got? All right.
So obviously, you know me. The first one is the Jordan 1 High Zoom Crater. So would you wear these?
I love a good Jordan 1 pair, but since we're talking about making our habits a little bit more selective, if I'm copping Jordan 1s, I don't think these are them.
Okay.
So for me, it's an unlaced.
What about you?
Yeah, same. I don't think I actually would wear a pair of these, although I do love what they stand for. So unlaced.
Okay, so I wore these at the Jordan store and they are very comfortable and they don't even crease. So this is a definite lace for me, and also because they're sustainable, so I can keep wearing them. These could be like my beta sneakers. Right, moving on from sustainability, we have another sneaker with us, BBC collab with Reebok.
Billionaire Boys Club.
Club.
So this one is called Beepers and Butts.
Oh, okay. I think it's cigarette butts, correct?
Yes.
Correct. Yeah. So inspired by the 90s and the beepers.
Correct.
Like pagers.
For all you youngins. Do you even know what a pager is, my child? Have you ever seen a pager?
No.
My child.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never seen a pager.
I remember my dad having a pager, but I was quite young, so we're not that old.
At first sight, I wasn't really sure what was going on. It kind of looked a little futuristic, I suppose, just with the sole and the bubbles and all that. Then looking at the pattern, that's pretty cool. It's dope. I like the idea behind it, but I personally would not get them.
Okay.
So it's not unlaced for you.
Unlaced.
Right, this is a lace for me. I like the inner sole, the green inner sole and the blue bubble. I would definitely lace these.
This is a lace for me too. I think, I mean, Reebok's been doing some things lately.
They've always been doing some things.
Yeah, they've been doing some things actually for a while. They're I feel like one of the more underrated, brands. They don't get the flowers they deserve all the time. And I like the laces that they're like kind of, what do you call them?
The way they're looped?
Laces? Yeah, the loop laces. I love that style.
So this actually comes in 2 different colorways.
Yes, it does. So that's the first one, and the second one is name chains.
Name chains, right. So these ones I actually really like. You got them name chains all over. I mean, that's pretty dope. That's supposed to represent as well the 90s hip-hop scene. I like them. Laced for sure.
These ones are unlaced for me. I feel like the color pattern's a little bit too subtle for my taste.
Really? I am surprised. You got a lot of shoes in this colorway.
I feel like if you're gonna have chains on a shoe, have like
actual chains on a shoe.
So unlaced for you. This is, I don't know really.
She said, I don't know.
I really don't know. I don't know if I would wear these because I'd have to see them in hand. I had to see them in hand, so Reebok, I'm just saying. Next, we have the Adidas collaboration with the Queen Bee. Adidas. So the Queen Bee, Beyonce, Ivy Park, Ultra Boost.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
Everybody in Dubai says Adidas, but Americans say Adidas.
Yeah. It's a German brand though, and it's Adidas.
Adidas.
And the song that they had like Run DMC sing about them is Adidas.
But they didn't create
American, no?
But they didn't
Adidas.
create Adidas. It was the Adidas brothers that created Adidas.
Let us know in the comments if you say it Adidas and hit us with AA. It's like Adidas. And if you say Adidas, then do a capital D. Give us a capital D.
What do you think?
For me, these are unlaced. I'm a little bit over neon, and that's the only reason why I don't mind the shoe so much. I think it's cute, and I love you, Beyonce. Please be my best friend. But these are not for me.
Yeah, right. I think the same. I don't want to wear a highlighter on my feet.
I mean, there was a time where I was down for it, and I have a couple of dope neon silhouettes, but I feel like the trend is past.
I mean, I love you, Beyonce, but these are unlaced for me.
These shoes, they're very similar to when the Ultra Boost actually were released for the first time, because they actually came out in like this sort of like highlighter neon yellow, just with a white sole and black bits. This one is, I think, a little too much, unlaced.
Cool. So there's quite a few shoes on the market basically that if you're looking to shop and still keep things ethical and social, environmentally conscious,
and sustainable,
but also I guess one of the main themes to consider is we are a mass consumption nation. You know, we hoard, and I do this myself. I ain't talking about you, girl, I'm talking about me. I do this myself.
I can vouch for that.
Don't even take this opportunity to jump on a bandwagon. Just relax.
Hey, listen, okay, I actually take advantage of this though, because I can come over and I can just borrow a pair of shoes.
She's the same size as me.
So if anything, go buy those other pair of shoes.
I'm admitting to having a problem. I may have bought 3 pairs of sneakers this weekend, but I needed them. But
talking about sustainability.
Well, or something that I'm trying to put into practice now is that unless I really want a shoe, I'm not going to cop it. But also when I do, I go back to my closet, and if there's stuff that I'm no longer using or that are accumulating, I try to redistribute that amongst my friend circle.
Okay.
Me and Nadine also do something that's really helpful in our friendship, because we're the same size. Find a buddy that's the same size as you, and then swap shoes versus having multiple pairs between you and your friends. It's an effort you can make together. Yeah. It's also really fun in terms of just seeing how you and each other style it. And just, you know, it's lighter on the pocket too. You ain't you know, spending extra cash on having matching pairs or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's something that I would say has been a sustainability practice I've been able to put into my sneaker shopping habits.
Yeah, but we can talk about as well some of the other brands that may not be as well known to everyone, the public. I would like to talk about Veja, which is basically all their shoes that they actually manufacture are vegan, which are really cool. But they're also very accessible and very affordable as well.
You know, in terms of connecting that to sustainability, I'm not sure that everybody knows, but the meat mass production, is so harmful to the environment, and so.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good Netflix documentaries about it. You can watch.
We might list some here. We might not. If we get lazy and post edit, I'll let you know.
Also, we have someone from the region itself who makes vegan shoes. The brand's called Theli.
Which is Hindi for plastic bag.
Yeah, which is Hindi for plastic bag.
Alright.
Well, they haven't started taking orders yet, but they'll start the pre-orders soon. But
okay, sick. And I believe the shoes are made from plastic bags, essentially?
Yes, plastic bags and plastic bottles.
Do you remember how many plastic bags it is roughly? It was something like
25 and 11 plastic bottles.
Wow, which is ridiculous.
That, guys. You know, that's another thing, like when you go to the supermarket, get your tote bags or whatever.
Right, 100%.
You know, there's some really cute, affordable tote bags that you can cop, but I know a lot of the brands also have recyclable bags when you shop with them, so take that stuff, like keep that stuff in your boot.
Like Puma does. Puma
has these like cloth tote bags, which is great because you can just reuse them when you go shopping or whatever, so shout out Puma. And yeah, so there are a couple of other brands that have made efforts towards sustainable silhouettes. Converse is one of them with the, what are they called, Converse?
Converse Renewed.
The Converse Renewed. But regardless of whether, you know, the materials of your shoes last, we can make efforts to being more sustainable in our purchasing habit. I guess one of the things that's harder with kicks now and wanting to be sustainable is actually reducing consumption, which is so challenging because there's so many sick designs.
Yeah.
And so as much as, you know, we give you advice with baby steps and wanting to help you build your collection, we also, I mean, I personally would love to see like you being, I mean, not just you, but even for myself, being more selective about what I consume and really making sure it's stuff I value.
Yeah.
We're gonna go now on to our baby steps.
Right, baby step.
So let's talk about collecting and some baby steps to help you build your sneaker collection if you're new to the game.
For me this week, as we were talking about sustainability, I thought, because since we've been collecting for so long, you might just go extra and get your first collaboration shoe. So my recommendation is that the Puma Hundreds Collaboration RS. The shoe itself is really very good on feet and it's very comfortable. The mesh, the upper mesh is made from recycled materials. So yeah.
For my baby steps, I'm gonna go with the Adidas Gazelles. They've been around for ages. They come in all sorts of colorways. They're really simple, very classic.
For my baby steps, we're gonna go with, which I'm surprised we haven't bought up yet, the Air Force Ones. Everybody needs a fresh pair of Air Forces. They go with everything.
So
I think that's all we got for today. So thanks for joining us.
As always, we love to hear feedback from you. So drop us a comment, send us a message at GirlTimeTXP.
We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Thank you.
Peace. And that's it.
So